As I mentioned before in my previous video, I'm Dr. Deanna Minnick. I'm an advocate of eating the colors of the rainbow, and what I'm going to do in these next couple of videos, which will be short and to the point, is tell you about some of the health benefits of each of the colors of food. Now, I'm not talking about the synthetic colors like artificial dyes. I'm talking about the whole food colors that plants have. So let's talk about the color red. It's a very passionate color. It can also signal inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a signal that our immune system might be engaged. Those two systems work hand in hand, inflammation and immunity. So we want to be sure that we are reducing inflammation in the body in order to make our immune system work better. So what I have found is that certain red colored foods have some nice science to suggest that they might be reducing that inflammation in the body. Now, some of these foods might even be causing some inflammation. So this is kind of a unique one where we can talk about tomatoes and the studies on tomatoes helping with cardiovascular inflammation, inflammation related to the blood vessels into the heart. But for other people, tomatoes might actually cause some joint pain. So you have to decide for yourself what is best. Of course, we need to take a personalized approach to nutrition. It's not just that one food fits all needs for all people. So it's a really good thing that we have many diverse red colored foods to choose from. So if we can't have one of those foods, we can choose another. So the functions, as you can see here, I think of these red colored foods as being anti-inflammatory, rich in antioxidants, and because they're anti-inflammatory, they're able to better modulate the immune system. The immune system can work potentially better if we have some of these red colored foods. So what are some of these red colored foods that I'm referring to? Well, of course, I think about apples, and apples are a wonderful food for the immune system because not only is the red part, if you're having a red apple, that is, because there are many different colors of apples, but let's just say it's a red apple. The skin is very important. Most of the nutrients of a food are located in the skin or right underneath the skin. And what's really great about apples is that you're also getting a nutrient called quercetin, which is in the flesh of the food, within the flesh of the apple itself. So that can be important for helping to reduce some of the immune issues that you might see with allergies. Blood oranges, cherries. Cherries are a wonderful food for helping to reduce inflammation, especially when I think of gout. For some people who have some susceptibility to that, having things like tart cherries, tart cherry juice. Cherries contain melatonin, which is a compound that can help with sleep. Cranberries, lingonberries, which are very small, very tart berries. In fact, the rule of thumb with berries is the smaller the berry, the more dense it is in nutrients. And then since we are heading into summer, we're starting to see more things like nectarines in the supermarket. And so greater variety of different plant-based foods. Pink grapefruit, pomegranate, radicchio. When was the last time you had radicchio? I actually tend to get radicchio almost every time I go to the grocery store. I'm a huge fan. And it adds a nice flavor to food, especially stir fries. Radishes, raspberries, and red beets. Now, when you have beets, don't forget to have not just the beet root, which is red, but the greens as well. The green part is rich in compounds that are very good for the heart. So the red part is good for the heart as well, but also don't forget the leaves. Now, what about on the other side? As you can see here, red bell peppers. We know that bell peppers come in many different colors. The red kind tend to be high in vitamin C. And in general, red foods like cherries and cranberries and strawberries tend to be higher in vitamin C. Red cabbage, red chard, red currants, lots of different options here. Now, red jalapeno peppers might be a little bit too inflammatory for some of you. So you need to be careful with some of these foods and how they make your body respond. Red onion, red pears. So change it up. try to get, if you get a green pear at one point, next time you go to the store, get a red one, because those different colors correlate with different nutrients. So you're getting a variety when you choose different colors of food. Then we have red plums, which are more in season now, and we'll see those throughout the summer. Red potatoes, the smaller the potato, the less starchy it is, the less of an effect it will have on your blood sugar, which is a good thing. You do not want to spike your blood sugar with the big starchy potatoes. Go for the very small potatoes. Strawberries, if you don't react to strawberries, some people are allergic to strawberries. They have a histamine reaction. Tomatoes, and the best way to get tomatoes, if you can eat tomatoes, is not even so much raw, but having them in a paste or a cooked form with oil, because some of the nutrients that are in tomatoes that make them healthy need fat for absorption. And then finally, watermelon. And this is the season for watermelon. What a great way to cool off a hot summer day. So there are lots of different nutrients in these red colored foods, which again, we can choose from this long list of many different ideas and options here. And so here is, again, just to look at some of those beautiful foods and really to see food as art. Food is so beautiful. It's not just functional. It's not just medicine. It's truly beauty. And so bringing that beauty, bringing those compounds into our body in order to feel better, not just function better, but to actually feel better. These foods impact our moods. So stay tuned. We will now progress to the next video, which is all about orange foods. We're going to go through the colors of the rainbow, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what they do in your body. Stay tuned.